Hey everybody, welcome back. Grady here. Today I'm talking about something that's hitting a lot closer to home these days. Literally. And when I say literally, I don't mean figuratively. I mean literally. More and more adult kids are moving back in with their parents. If you're in your 50s or 60s, you might be nodding along because it's happening all over the country. A new survey from Thrivent just put some numbers behind what a lot of us are already feeling. This boomerang trend isn't just a family dynamic. It's starting to threaten parents' retirement plans in a big way. By the way, Thrivent is a financial services provider if you're not familiar with them. All right, it's called the boomerang effect. What is really going on there? Well, here's the scoop. According to the survey, nearly half, 46% of parents have had an adult child between 18 and 35 move back home. That's not just a temporary pit stop after college. It's becoming a long-term arrangement for many families. And get this, 38% of those parents say their long-term financial goals, like retirement, have been impacted by having their adult kids back at home. Now, I get it. We love our kids. And yeah, you hope your kids love you too. As parents, we want to help our kids, especially when they're facing high rent, student loans, or a tough job market. But here's the kicker. 60% of young adults say their parents haven't even talked to them about the financial impact of supporting them a second time. That's a recipe for some serious misunderstandings. And maybe some resentment down the road? All right, so why is all this happening? Well, let's call it what it is. Economy, well, it's been tough for young adults. High housing costs, student debt, wages that are just not keeping up. Well, it's made it hard for them to make ends meet on their own. So moving back home makes sense for them. They can save thousands on rent and utilities, don't have to buy dinner, don't have to buy their own food. Hey, one young woman in the article said she's saving thousands and thousands of dollars. Maybe she could really be living on her own. Well, maybe they get along great. So while your kids are padding their savings, your own financial picture might be taking a hit. If you're paying for extra groceries, yeah, you probably are. Utilities, or even covering their payments or cell phone bills. Come on, you're not covering their cell phone plan at this stage, are you? That money is not going into your 401k or IRA. And come on, be honest. Every dollar counts when you're closing in on retirement. So how does this impact your retirement? Here's where it gets real for folks in our age group. Some parents are putting off retirement because they need to keep working to support their kids. It's also draining savings. Some are dipping into retirement accounts or taking on new debt, to cover extra expenses. And lost opportunities. Money that could have gone toward travel, that European trip or that river cruise. Maybe playing more golf or tennis. I didn't say pickleball, mind you. Or just enjoying your golden years is instead paying for groceries, gas, that cell phone, and maybe even your adult child streaming Netflix? And let's not forget the emotional toll. Living together again can lead to friction over privacy. Yeah. Boundaries? Yep. Expectations. It's not just about money. It's all about your quality of life. Yeah. Now, if you're in this situation or you think you might be soon, don't panic. Here's 3 practical steps you can take to protect your retirement and your relationship, most importantly with your kids. Have the money talk. Early and honestly. Sit down with your adult child and lay out the facts. Talk openly about your retirement goals and what you can realistically afford and what you can't. Stuff we didn't do back in my parents' generation. We had no idea how much money they made. Don't assume they know how much things cost or how their presence affects your finances. Transparency is a key issue there. And you've got to set some boundaries and expectations. It isn't about being the bad guy, the bad mom or bad dad. I like mom better, I like dad. No, it's nothing like that. It's about protecting your future. Set a timeline for how long they'll stay and outline what expenses they'll be responsible for. Yeah, maybe their own cell phone. Maybe they pay rent, contribute to groceries, or cover their own bills. Make sure there are house rules too. Yeah, some house rules. You can't sneak in at 2 in the morning. All right, they're an adult, maybe they're not sneaking in, but they're coming in late and waking you up. So make some ground rules, some house rules. And encourage their financial independence. Help your child create a budget and a plan for moving out. Encourage them to seek out hardship programs or payment plans before they get back to the house. And yeah, the goal is to give them a leg up, not a permanent safety net. All right, look, helping your adult kids, it's not a bad thing. We love our kids and we hope they love us, and we all want to see them succeed, but you can't pour from an empty cup or an empty wallet. If supporting your kids now means you'll struggle later, wow, it's time to rethink that one. Protect your retirement, set clear boundaries, and keep those lines of communication wide open. And if you need some help navigating these conversations or figuring out how to balance family support with your own financial goals, you might want to reach out to a financial planner. That's what we do in this industry. Remember, your retirement should be about enjoying the life you've worked so hard for, not feeling stuck because you put everyone else's needs ahead of your own. You've earned it after all. All right, let me know in the comments, have you had an adult child move back home? How did you handle it? What advice would you give to other parents in the same boat? Love to hear that. Let's help each other out. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next episode.